Brewing Miami!
We are here at Miami-Dade's newest craft brewery, Biscayne Brewing Company. And we're not actually near Biscayne Bay, and we're not in Wynwood, which is weird. I thought all Miami breweries had to be in Wynwood, right? No, we're in Doral. And I'm with the founders of the brewery, Gus Chacon and Jose Malaya. Guys, thanks so much for joining.
Great, thanks for having us. Yeah, it's great to have.
So tell us about the location. Why'd you guys pick Doral? You guys have a huge space here.
Yeah, so for us, we did our search, and we wanted to be in a place that had everything that you needed physically to be able to make the beer. We needed the right size space, the right electrical, plumbing requirements, all that stuff. And then also, as we looked at it, we realized that the community is far bigger, right? And there's people that live so far west here that being in Doral, I think, gives us an advantage because we're close to a lot more neighborhoods in Miami.
And we also were talking, you guys have some room to grow, and craft beer is showing no signs of stopping, so that's kind of a smart plan, right?
Yeah, so it just was important to us to have this amount of space so that it would be easier for us to grow instead of having to worry about where we're going to put more tanks and where we're going to ferment more beer. It's just the easiest thing would be just to set it up, have it ready, and have the space.
Yeah, and that was a conversation we had with a lot of breweries as we traveled around the country. We would visit these places, they tell us, look, the biggest challenge you're going to have is that you're going to outgrow your space. Yeah. And so everybody kept telling us that. At first we looked at this space in Little Havana that was about 5,000 square feet, but we realized that, you know what, these folks, we should listen to them. They're telling us, plan ahead, get a space that you can grow into, have a long-term plan. So that's why we decided to come here.
Well, cool. And right now, Biscayne Bay is brewing beer for distribution around Miami-Dade, draft only for now.
Draft only, that's right.
And then you're building a tasting room here on site, right?
We will be, hopefully by the early part of next year, January, February of next year, we'll have a tasting room where folks can come out and join us and try the beer.
All right, and your beers have been around town for about 3 months now. What beers can people look for when they're out and about?
Yeah, so we have 5 styles right now. Okay. We have a golden ale, which is called the 1513 Golden Ale. That's our lightest offering. It's almost like a lager, very smooth, easy drinking, and built sort of to try to bring non-craft brewers to craft.
And what's that name? What's the significance of the name?
The significance of the name, 1513 was the year that Ponce de Leon discovered or sailed into Biscayne Bay and discovered Florida. So that's the significance of that beer, and that's our we like to think of it as our discovery of craft beer for our styles. Cool. Yeah. Our second offering is a Miami Pale Ale, which is what we're having now, and just Miami. We just think this is something that, a style that's simple and easy to drink, and a lot of people can identify with the Pale Ale. It's sort of like the first craft beer you kind of go to after trying a lighter one.
Okay. So Golden Ale, then Pale Ale.
Then Pale Ale. Yeah. We have a Biscayne Bay Saison, which is a classic Belgian style. We also have our Double 9, which is a double IPA, and we have a La Colada coffee porter that we actually brew with Cuban coffee beans at the end of the beer. Okay. So it gives you a little bit of the Cuban coffee flavor and the smell, and it's a typical, very English style porter.
And it's our favorite Cuban coffee, which is La Carreta Cuban coffee. So
all right, and good plug.